You're right there, guys. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of maintenance on my 515. It's unfortunately sustained a little bit of damage. I was just showing it to a friend, and the sort of, the cover for the hop. See, it's cracked just there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be fixing that. I've got a bit of plastic. I did look for like a new one, but I thought it's not really worth it considering the cost of the gun itself. So we're going to be fixing that there, putting a bit of plastic in there, heating up the hot glue gun now, and you can see there's a bit of a crack there. So I'm hoping to sort of reinforce it just a little bit. Obviously it's a tight gap, I can't put too much in the way there. Yeah, then I'm going to be testing some batteries just to make sure the gun works properly. Obviously I want to I want to get out and play, and this has been a big limiting factor, so I need to get this done, fix this, and hopefully the gun starts working properly again. So again, if I make a little mark on here, all right, there we go. As you can see, it's not perfect, but obviously the idea behind this is more just to protect the inside of the gun, mainly from mud. Mud is like a big gun killer, I tend to find. You know, people always worried about water, people are always worried about, you know, all these different things, but I'd say mud is really one of the big killers. So I'm just going to cut this now. This little Gerber knife I've got here, sharp as hell, so this should hopefully get a nice clean cut on it, and then hopefully glue it onto the gun. And then a little cut along there. There we go. Right, so we're using a pair of pliers just because I don't really want to get hot glue all over my hand. Right, and here we go. It's a little bit of hot glue before it dries off. I'm just going to wipe little bits of stringy bits off just to just touch this up a little bit. Check there's nothing dripping in yet. We're good. Nothing's dripping into the gun itself. There we go. Alrighty then, guys. So it should have had enough time to dry by now. So we're just going to carefully open it up, make sure it doesn't ping right off. There we go. Alright. As you can see, it's held on quite well. No glue has gotten into the actual mechanism itself, so it's still held on quite good there. I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue there, maybe just to sort of help bind this crack. Nice and tightly push that shut. And there we go. That should hopefully hold on for a good while now. Doesn't move. When I touch it, stays in place. So hopefully that should help stop a little bit of any sort of like mud or dirt or anything getting in there. Hopefully keep it intact a bit longer. So I'm pretty happy how that's turned out. It's pretty good. You can't notice it too much until obviously you get close up. Obviously it's not perfect, but again, it just saves me having to buy a bunch of stuff. I've got lots of old bits of plastic and stuff, and I like sort of tinkering around with the gun. I am looking to get in a few different attachments. I'm just not sure what to get for the gun itself. I was thinking something along the lines of like maybe a tack light or something on the side. So let me know what you think. Yeah, tack light could be handy for night games. But also I was looking at maybe getting like a better scope or an AEG or something, change it up from just the regular iron sights. But at the same time, half the time I find I don't end up needing them. Once you get used to a gun, I find you can sort of roughly predict where the BBs are going to go. Obviously with certain factors added in like wind and stuff. So I've just got a bit longer now for the batteries to go, and then once those to charge, I'll test the gun, make sure it all fires, and then yeah. Okay then, so the batteries have now finished charging, so I'm just going to test them both out, make sure obviously I have working batteries, and if I need to order some more, and then hopefully obviously that lets me know roughly how long I'll have to until I can next play. Take out the back here, back bit off. I always wish they made the stocks a little, just a tad bigger, because sometimes it can be kind of awkward to get different size batteries into the back of the gun. Okay, that one is now in. So if turn the gun around, I'm not going to do it fully back up, so I'm just going to rest that there. Get some semi. Yeah, that works. So we test the other ones out. Take this one off. There you are. I've actually also had more success with the nickel metal hydrate batteries sometimes than I have with the LiPo batteries. LiPo ones work better when they're new, but I found that they break quicker. I'm not sure if anyone else had that problem. I just find, like, not break as such, but like after they've been used a significant amount of times, they tend to not perform as well. But you get more power per shot, I think it is. Take it off safe. Yeah, so you can tell that's the LiPo I've just put in. The one I had before is the nickel metal hydrate, and you can just tell by the sound that has a lot more power in it. But I find this one will drain quicker than the nickel metal hydrate one. I haven't get those names right. Someone's gonna be there like, oh, they're not the names. It's something else, and you're an idiot. Stop talking. You don't know what you're talking about, which I don't. But that's the fun of it. That's the fun of batteries, of airsoft batteries. You have no clue what you're doing. You potentially might burn your house down, but thanks. You find a random guide online that was made 7 years ago that is relevant to the one issue you're struggling with. Hey, what can I say? So put the end back on. There we go. There we have it. Gun is back functioning, so hopefully I should be able to get playing very soon. So yeah, that's made me very happy. It's something I've sort of been dreading doing, just because worst case scenario, I do it, my gun's fully broken, not going to work. That's a weird noise. Yeah, as I said, yeah, gun's fully broken, not going to work, and yeah, but you know, back to normal. And so hopefully this stays on when I'm playing. Only time can tell. So yeah. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you are new to the channel, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps out. And anyway, let me know in the comments if I should add anything to my gun, because I really am, I just can't decide really what to add to it. I think the tack light is the most likely one to go forward, but if you got any suggestions for better scopes or better red dots or anything like that, I'm all ears.